Hello there. Welcome to my weekly vlog. Wow, what a ride. And I can say that for sure today. I just got off Zoom with Leslin so that we were doing the what we keep thinking is the last of the edits. And we may have more edits. And today is an unusual day because we just changed the clocks here. So it's 5 o'clock, but it's really 6 o'clock. So it's much darker than it usually is. There's an absolutely gorgeous sunset happening. And and it usually doesn't happen this early. So it's a little odd, but it is what it is. And so, hi, welcome. Let me know who's here. We're a very small and intimate group tonight. Always happens when the time changes. Um, it's a little unnerving, the time change, um, for lots of reasons. Hi from Mississippi, my Apex Odyssey. What a great handle. And hi, Anne Marie. Um, she's from New Jersey. Hi, Marilee from the sunny greetings from the Pacific Northwest. Um, and a few more people are on too. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Patsy. Yeah, time change. It is so strange. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're glaring, but it's so strange. Um, they say get an extra hour of sleep, but that isn't exactly what seems to happen. Uh, and it is a little bit strange, but anyway, they're trying to eliminate it. So it's sort of like my Aunt Annie and the holiday ham. Let me tell you the story of my Aunt Annie and the holiday ham. So every year, um, when we would get together with the family, there would be a ham and we would glaze it and whatnot and put it in the pan and put it in the oven along with all the Italian goodies and usually a turkey. Like, holidays were a big deal where all the families, like there were 5 families and with all the kids and it amazing spread to say the least. But every year we would cut off about this much, you see this much of the ham and put it in the pan with the big ham, the big part of the ham, and the little part of the ham, and it would all go in the same pan. And we just always did it that way. And one year, I just got really curious, like why did we cut off the end of the ham? And so I asked my Aunt Annie where we would celebrate the holidays. She was the matriarch in the family. Um, and she asked Aunt Christina, who was the great aunt, so she was one generation before, why we always did it. And so it was like we just always did it that way. And then Aunt Christina said, oh, we always did it that way because the pan that we had was too small. So we had to cut the ham in order to fit it in the pan. And that pan was, 50 years ago. And everyone just kept doing it because we had always done it. And I think the time change is something like that because we've always done it. And originally, I believe that it was done in order to accommodate agriculture so that it would make it easier to go with the time and the, um, oh my God, so beautiful and so, so beautiful. And, and the time and the light and all of that. So that's just fascinating to me. So it's like my Aunt Annie's ham. Okay. Chilly, no time after school outdoors. Hate time change. Yeah, so many of us do. Hi, Jenny. Jenny's from the Isle of Wight in the UK, but they changed their clocks a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, so you're going to hear about this until you don't hear about it anymore, but Leslie and I just spent several hours going through the book again and again and again and again. And I'm sure no matter how many times we go through it with a fine tooth comb, we're going to end up having it published and go, how the hell did we miss that one? I mean, we're finding little things like a verb was missing in a sentence. So, of course, we edited it and put it in. Um, to There were bold where there shouldn't have been bold, and not bold where it should have been bold. Like the kinds of things I think we like. We want it to be perfect is the bottom line. And we know there's going to end up being still some things that we miss. But boy, we have been through it again and again and again and again and again. And I am thrilled, just so thrilled that we're getting closer and closer and closer. And the other thing, and I just want to say this, is that it just turns out that the book is scheduled to be released um, the same weekend as the Boston Symposium, which this year is focusing on um, lipedema, which is amazing. I think this is in its fifth or sixth year. Excuse me. Here it is. I'm just pulling up the book because I just have to show you one last. Not it's not going to be one last time. It truly isn't. I'm like so thrilled about it. I'll keep showing it. Okay, here's share screen so I can show you this. And here it is. I hope you're seeing this now. Lipedema, Principles and Practice of Diagnosis and Treatment. Oh my goodness. And right now, the title is due to be released on February 19th. And I want to show you, the Boston Lymphatic Symposium. I want to encourage anyone who can come to this to come and join us. I'll be there, Dr. Carmody, Dr. Roxon, Siobhan Huggins, maybe Leslyn Keith. A focus on lipedema, bridging gaps, February 19th and 20th. And it's in Boston. There's a clinical symposium and a patient symposium. So the clinical is 2 days and the patient is a 1 day. It's going to be fabulous. I'm going to put this there. I am encouraging everybody to come. And this happens before our conference. But let me put it here. Oh, Gary, that's wonderful. I look forward to seeing you there as well. Which reminds me, I have to sign up. Okay. Here is the link for the Boston Lymphatic Symposium. I'm encouraging whoever can come to come. Oh, Kellyanne is in New Zealand. Don't worry. there's a symposium going on in March in New Zealand, and I'm going to be speaking via Zoom there. Oh, thanks, Kellyanne. It is. You'll get there. Life is never smooth sailing. Keep up the amazing work. Yeah, really. Oh my God. It's just, it's a little rocky, but we're so close. We're so very close. So, this week, I really want to talk about, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Kellyanne says, really, how do I, yes, um, Sue, oh, Sue Nonamaker. Yeah, hi, Sue. Yeah, yeah, I'm so glad there a whole bunch of people from here are going. So we'll meet there. Um, so yes, 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 come to the Boston Symposium. So I I want to just mention um the whole thing of the book. Would it be possible to post a shout out to help us coordinate? Yeah, do you know what, Sue? Just email me something that you want me to put in the shout out, and I'll go ahead and I can email it. And I'll get I have a staff meeting in the morning, so if you can do that, I can send something out and it will help us to coordinate. To be great. Um, yeah, the book's been 3 years, over 3 years in the making. Oh, that's great. Sue's interested in rooming with someone. Yeah, that sounds great. I would be happy to, see how I could help coordinate all that. Um, so 3 years, and it's always just one step in front of the other. And it's just one step at a time moving forward on everything. And I find that it's just a question of the next baby step. I have to say, I've been talking about getting back to the pool, and I haven't been able to drive. I'm just in the process of getting reevaluated, and I am able to drive again, going very short distances and very careful. But um, I hired someone who's been driving me, and she is wonderful. And she went away this week, and she left me her car, which I was hoping to buy from her because she's thinking of getting a new car. And oh, to make a long story short, I dropped her off at the train station, and I went to the house very close by of a friend of mine, and then my friend and I drove up to another friend's house, which was in Boston, which is an hour away. And so then on my way, we went back to her house at the end of the day, and then I drove to my place, which was only about 20 minutes, and the light on the dashboard was blinking on and off, and when it's a red light, it's not good. So I came home and looked it up, and sure enough, it needed some major repairs. So I brought it to the mechanic, but then it turned out that, I figured since he had it, I said, take a look and look at all the safety features and what else might it need. And it ended up needing a huge amount of work. So because I don't own the car yet, and I don't know at this point if it's a good buy. Uh, oh, oh my God, Sue. Yeah, you can take Amtrak. And she said she may drive from Pennsylvania or take Amtrak. to come up to Boston. Yes, yes, yes. All of that would work. Uh, so the car. So anyway, I did not get back to the pool this weekend as I had planned, just the way that it is. And then there are the times when I just have to give in and surrender. And that's what I'm saying today. Uh, Stay tuned. We'll see what happens this week. But in the meantime, I feel like getting the work done on the book this weekend really took priority. So I'm glad to say that I just sent everything to the publisher before I came on to this vlog. And I think I am going to say, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I know the New Zealand folks are in the morning time, and we're at the nighttime, and we're just at the edge of the end of the weekend. And I wish you many, many, many blessings. I will see you next week, though I'll see most of you a lot sooner. And thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your engagement. And Sue, I'll look forward to getting something from you, and then we'll send it out tomorrow. Bye.